Hello and welcome to Developer Perspective. This video is for developers and architects who wants to quickly start with CI/CD setup of an application on AWS. CI/CD setups are one of the most important aspects of a software development lifecycle as it improves the quality and productivity of software developers by having continuous feedback mechanism. And it decreases the probability of human error which occurs due to manual deployment of application. So we will speak about AWS CodeStar, which will help you set up your entire CI/CD setup within minutes. Hi, this is Jitesh from Developer Perspective, where we help you get the latest trend, technologies and tools in the software development ecosystem. If you are new here, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to support our channel. So let's jump into it. When it comes to AWS CI/CD pipeline, there are multiple things associated to it. Like we have code pipeline setup consisting of code commit, code build, code deploy, CloudFormation and many more. And we have different hosting services like EC2, Elastic Beanstalk and AWS Lambda on which you will be hosting your services. And this all things has to bond together so that the CI/CD orchestration works with harmony. But this is a tiring process as it needs you to know a bit of everything to get started. So let's speak about AWS CodeStar. AWS CodeStar is a service that helps you bind the entire CI/CD architectures together and gives you a unified user interface enabling you to easily manage your software development activity in one place. So now you can quickly develop, build and deploy application on AWS using AWS CodeStar. So for AWS CodeStar, we will first check how do we set up the AWS CodeStar project. Then we'll go through the entire setup and we'll have an overview of things which are available once the AWS CodeStar project has been created. Then we'll see the auto deployment in action, followed by the review and rating of all the features of AWS CodeStar. So let's get started. So let's get started with the CI/CD setup. So I have already logged into the AWS console. So I'll just search for the service with name CodeStar. So if you can see, this is not available for Asia Pacific Mumbai. You need to select from the supported region. So I'll just select Ireland for now. So this is the console where you can create the AWS CodeStar. So click on the start a project. When you come to this page for the first time, you will see this pop-up coming up, so which will ask you to create a service role which will have permissions to administer AWS resources and IAM permissions on your behalf, and this has to be assigned to AWS CodeStar. Okay, so just click on yes, create a role, and that's it. So the CodeStar setup has three different steps to do. So first is you need to select a template, second is set up the tool, and third is start coding. Okay. So if you see, there are a lot of templates in this list. You can select any of this template, and each of this template consists of three main things. So first is the application category. The application category has web application, website, Alexa skill, static website or AWS config rule. The second part about a template is the programming language. So that is C#, Go, HTML5, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby. And the third important thing about a template is AWS services which it will use. So that's AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Amazon EC2 and AWS Lambda. So each of your template will have all these three parts all together. You will find a lot of combinations in these templates. You can just select whatever combination suits you and you are good to go. So for this video, we'll be using a static website using HTML5 on an EC2 server. So I just selected all the combinations and I have a template for me. I can just select that template. I need to name the project, so I'll just name it as HTML app. So this will create a project ID. You can always edit the project ID as per your requirement. These have two options for you to create this repository. So you can either go for AWS code commit or you can go for GitHub. So I'll go with the AWS code commit. You can always go for GitHub if you want to do that. Select next. Here if you see, it will give the entire pipeline or entire process through which your deployment will happen. So first is the source, then the build will happen, then test and deploy and monitoring. It also specifies what are the different services used as specific stage in your code deployment pipeline. So that would be the source control is managed by AWS Code Commit, deploy is managed by AWS Code Deploy, and monitoring is managed by AWS CloudWatch. AWS Code Commit will ask for permission to have administrator access on AWS resources. Okay, so you need to enable this here. You also have an option to edit the EC2 configuration. When you click on this, it will allow you to change all the different configuration of an EC2 instance, and then you can save your changes accordingly. So then we'll click on create project. This will ask me to select a key pair. So I have already created a key pair called as AWS demo, and I have the private key with me as well. So I can just select that, and I can acknowledge that I have access to the private key file, and I'll just click on create project. It will ask me to select a development tool on which I would like to do the development of this project. So that can be Cloud9, that can be command line tool as well, or it can be an Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. Okay, so you can choose any of this tool, and it will help you to set up the appropriate development environment for you. And if you see, the code repository is getting created for me. So the code repository has been created, and if you see, this is the URL for the code repository. So for this application, I will just use the command line tool. Okay, I'll just click on that. And if I want to see what are the different instructions, I'll be able to see what are the different instructions to check out the project and do the changes to my application. So those are just git clone and all those stuff related to git. So I'll get all those instructions from here. So now I have the git repo with me. I'll skip the editor for now. The setup of the project has started. So if you see, it will take some time to set up the project. So if you see now, the project has successfully been created and it's loading the other things. And if you see, the initial deployment or the initial setup of the application is in progress. So this has all the continuous deployment pipeline created by default. Awesome. So the deployment has been completed, and once the deployment is completed, if you see, there's a link provided. Just click on the application endpoint. So congratulations, your first application deployment using CI/CD has been created. Now let's quickly go through the dashboard which we get from the AWS CodeStar. You can see the status of CodeStar project here. So now it says project successfully created. You can connect to the development IDE anytime from here. You can just click on that. You will be able to select the development ID. You have a tutorial video about the AWS CodeStar which you can access and check out all the different features from AWS CodeStar. You can set up your own team from here. So you can just create members. You can add members here and give them specific role to this application, to this project. You can also track your issues by either using GitHub issues, or you can also connect with Atlassian Jira. You will be able to create wiki. You can just follow these instructions and you will be able to create your own wiki file for this project. You can connect your application with the AWS Cloud9. So Cloud9 is a cloud-based integrated development environment that is an IDE provided by AWS. You have the application endpoint through which you will be able to access the application. So this is nothing but the EC2 public URL. You have the code commit project details here, like the branches of your code commit, different commits, and the specific details about those commits. You can also find the AWS code commit details from here. Here you will find all the details about your continuous deployment. So that includes the source, build, and deployment and their respective status right away on this dashboard. You can also create a release of your changes just clicking on this button, and this will auto deploy your application to the servers. You can also integrate Jira with this dashboard. If you have a Atlassian Jira, then you can just go ahead and connect your Jira right here. And you have the application activities going on here from the AWS CloudWatch, so which you can monitor anytime from this dashboard. On the left panel, you will find all the different services which has been created for this application, which includes the code base, that is your code commit, the build, the deploy, and the pipeline. So if you just click on this pipeline, you will be able to check out the pipeline which has been created for this application, and this is nothing but the code pipeline service of AWS. And if you check out the entire flow, it has all the things related to the deployment, that is AWS code commit, AWS code build, and then the deployment is happening through the AWS Cloud Formation. You can always go ahead and update this entire flow. You can add new approval steps in between if you want to do that. If you want to change how deployment happens, you can always go ahead and update that things here. To learn more about code pipeline and how the deployment works along with the code build and the code commit, I have created a different YouTube video for this tutorial. I will just put the link of the YouTube video in the description below. This is the basic understanding about how AWS CodeStar works and how AWS CodeStar does the CI/CD setup for you. And it's a very easy to use CI/CD setup where you rarely have to do any development or rarely have to do any code changes to your application. Now let's see the CI/CD in action. So if you see, there is one commit which is done by default when the CodeStar project was created for the first time, and this is the entire pipeline which was executed for this specific change. What we will try out now, we'll create a new commit and let's see if the deployment works or not. Okay, so for that we'll just go to the code now. This is the code commit repo which has been created for the CodeStar project. It has the basic code for the CI/CD to work. So that has the appspec.yml, buildspec.yml and template.yml for the cloud formation. These are the configuration files required for the code pipeline to execute and do the deployment. So our source code is all present in web page which has the index.html and other things. So what we are planning to do is, so I can either check out this application on my local system and do the changes and push it back to the repo, or else I can do the editing here itself. So I'll just open index.html and here I'll go and edit index.html. Here if you see, this is the text which says congratulations, you have created an HTML5 web application. I'll just add some more text here so that we can check out how the deployment works for developer perspective. So this is an HTML file web application for developer perspective. So I'll just commit these changes. So I'll just put my name here and the email ID, and I'll just create a new commit. This commit goes to the master branch. So once this commit has been done, let's go back to the console. So this is the commit which I did, and the auto deployment has already started. So now it's building the source. It's trying to pull all the changes from the code commit. Now it started the build of the application. Now the deployment is in progress. That's the cloud formation deployment. Voila, the deployment has been completed successfully. Now let's see if our changes has reflected here. We'll just open this link. Awesome. So if you see, the changes has also been deployed. So I can see my changes here. So that's how auto deployment works. So you can just check out your code, make changes to the application, commit the code back to the repo onto a specific branch. So for me it's a master branch, so I just committed that and it auto deployment worked for me. Okay, so that's how easy it is to set up an auto deployment using CodeStar. So let's get started with the review and rating of AWS CodeStar. So the first thing we'll be checking is the setup. We were able to set up project on AWS CodeStar very quickly. It was via the online wizard through which I was able to set up the application and project and entire CI/CD setup. So it was quite easy, very little things to be taken care of. You just need to provide the name of the project, specify which template you want to use to create your project, and that's it. Your entire CI/CD setup with all the Git projects and everything set up for you, along with the auto deployment setup. So as the reason, setup was very straightforward, so we'll be rating setup at 10 out of 10. When it comes to usability, there are two aspects on which we'll speak about. So first thing is customization. So as such, we do not have any custom template that you can create, but there are a lot of templates which you can use. So there's a range of templates we can use and create an appropriate setup for the underlying technology you want to use, underlying architecture, or the underlying services you want to use. Okay, so there are a lot of templates which you can use, but there is no features to create custom templates as per your requirement. The second thing is about flexibility. So you are allowed to update the underlying instance, that is you are allowed to update the Lambda function or update the EC2 instance and its configuration at the time of creation of the setup. Okay, so you had checked out, right? So we had an edit button to change the configuration of EC2. In the same way, we have edit buttons and edit features to update underlying services according to your use cases. But the one limitation I found out is you are strictly binded to use all the code pipeline services. You are not allowed to update, or you are not allowed to have any custom code pipeline setup at the time when you create your setup for the first time. Okay, later on you can go ahead and update your pipeline as per your requirement, but at the time of creation you are not allowed to do that. It is fair enough to have that way, because the CodeStar is for people who want to do things quickly. You need to set up the entire application quickly, and later on, going with the development or going with the process of development, they want to update the entire flow. Okay, so that's the reason it is fair enough to have limited configuration, but it is good to have if someone is planning to have the entire setup done via the AWS CodeStar setup wizard. So that's the reason we'll be rating usability at 8 out of 10. Let's speak about integrations. So in integrations, we have a lot of services that gets integrated directly with AWS CodeStar. There are AWS services mostly. The other integration, the third-party integration supported in AWS CodeStar as such now is GitHub and the Atlassian Jira. So these are the two third-party integrations available on AWS CodeStar. There are multiple Git source services provided by other companies and other products like GitLab and Bitbucket are available, but those are not present in AWS CodeStar. The second thing is for Jira also, there are a lot of integrations and lot of different services and application out there which normally people use, and there is no integration for that as well. So yeah, so we'll be rating this at 8 out of 10 when it comes to integrations. So now coming to the pricing of AWS CodeStar, let's go to the official website where we'll get the pricing details. So the AWS CodeStar pricing, if you just check, there is no additional charges for AWS CodeStar. So you'll be using AWS CodeStar for free. You need to just pay for all the AWS services you will be using under AWS CodeStar. That is, like if you are using an EC2 instance, you will be paying for the EC2 instance as per the pricing of AWS EC2. In the same way, all the other services like the code build, code commit, code pipeline, and all those things. Okay, so there is no additional charges to use AWS CodeStar, and no additional charges for using the dashboard. You will just pay for all the underlying services used under AWS CodeStar. So that's the reason we will be rating a pricing at 10 out of 10. Okay. So that's it. These are the different metrics related to AWS CodeStar. I have been working with AWS Code Pipeline for a very long time, and setting up the AWS Code Pipeline takes up around 30 minutes to an hour time to set up the entire environment. You have to create all the different IAM roles. You have to create all the different roles and assign that to the AWS Code Pipeline, and you need to set up all the CloudFormation scripts. You need to set up all the AWS appspec.ymls and all the different configurations. You need to create those files. So this solutions of AWS CodeStar is very appropriate for someone who wants to do all these things very quickly. Okay, so this hardly takes some minutes to set up the entire CI/CD setup, and you don't have to write a single line of code because all the setup and configurations are created out of the box. So that's the reason AWS CodeStar is very good for someone who wants to quickly start with CI/CD. Okay, so this is a thumbs up from my side when you are going for AWS based CI/CD setup for your application. Thank you for watching the video. Please hit the like button if you found my video useful and informative. Also subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get the latest trend in software development technologies, tools and libraries. And we will have a developer perspective on it.